within the draft.
So, I'll give this question to you, Darnell, but it seems like you've already made the decision, Izzo, that you want our Rockets to use that pick.
Yes. I don't want Paul George. I'm not a Paul George fan, if you know me.
apart from Paul George or whatever, Darnell, would you like for our Rockets, who are already stacked with a lot of young talent, would you like for them to use that pick and get somebody out of this draft, or would you like for them to trade off the pick in hopes to get like a veteran or another marquee player that could put us in a position to like push towards winning now, considering we were only a game or two out of the play in? But if we could trade off that third overall pick and get somebody big who possibly, who knows, reach the 6th seed, even though other teams are coming back healthy in the Western Conference next year. Trade the pick or use the pick for the Houston Rockets' third overall pick, Darnell.
Trade the pick and get Donovan Mitchell.
D Mitch.
Who we gonna give up?
But I was like, who can we afford?
That means
him,
Jalen
though?
Green gone. Ain't that many shots on the court.
I don't think. I think where he built himself in the second part of the season,
he built up his trade value.
I think it's right. I think teams will want him.
Let his nail paint ass go. I
Check
don't
this
care.
out.
Andrea can hit the road, player.
So you saying that, right? I don't know how well it aligns for the books in terms of the money and the cap space. However, the Rockets do have $25 million of non-guaranteed cap space that they could free up. So that's one thing, right? Then if you decide
we known to do some bullshit with that money though too, boy. We can't wait to fuck it off. And I hate that about us.
If you decide to trade away Jalen Green, you could trade him away. You could trade him off what you would have gave him on a rookie extension and possibly give it to D Mitch if he comes to Houston. Then you got D Mitch,
sending him to Cleveland to die is diabolical.
Steven Adams.
Steven Adams coming back healthy next year. Then Jabari Smith.
We got Steven Adams on our team.
Yeah, he was injured when he got traded last year. He hurt his knee or something, so he was out for the whole season. D Mitch to Houston.
That's who I would want. I think they may get somebody else, but I think that'd be the best thing for them to do. I feel like he's old enough, he's mature enough, he's not happy where he's at.
How old is Donovan
coming back to the West Coast? I think coming back to the West Coast is a good thing for him, especially where the West Coast is. I think that gives him also a lot more competition with Luka and Kyrie.
Western Conference?
Donovan Mitchell, 27 years old. He'll be 28 in September.
Beautiful. Okay. That's perfect.
You mean the Western Conference, right? Coming back to the Western Conference. Okay, you said West Coast. I was trying to figure out.
Western Conference.
Like saying, you saying West Coast? I'm like Lakers.
Yeah, because he played for Utah. So, well, obviously you know that, obviously. But yeah, man, I just feel like
that's who we
and then
need.
him with a person like Fred VanVleet, who's not a Darius Garland, who understands when to turn up and when not to turn up. I think that's what he needs. I think that's going to be a selling point. And also having a Jokic style center like Sengun, you're coming from Gobert, you're coming from Jared Allen, you're coming from a young Evan Mobley, which is respectable. But that's what you're coming
offensive from. Minded,
exactly,
full, well-rounded game. Yeah, I love.
And then you got the coach.
I do. That too. He do got a great coach. I love Fred. I do. Shout out to my dog who played with him at Wichita. Fred can go too. I'm sorry, but he can go. A-Man is ready. We need to let him. He's 6'5", 6'6", great defensive upside.
Positionless because he's been all over the court.
Positionless, yes. But I love him at the point though, because any given night, especially with how the league is now, you're going to have to guard. We can't we can't have our star point guard, so to speak, a liability. And Fred VanVleet is not a liability on defense. He's a very willing and capable defender. But again, how capable are you going to be at 6 feet? Physically, you're going to have
Won a championship
limitations. Okay, yeah. So that was,
with the right star
like,
power around
man,
him and the right
that
team
was
around
6,
him.
and that was 6 years ago, though, bro. That's
But
5
with the
years
right,
ago.
but the thing about it is, with the role he'll be playing, isn't gonna
I
be.
don't I
Oh
don't
The
man, your
league
height's
is
gonna be
different.
the height's gonna be pointless at this point because
I
you're not
don't
like right now. He's a star. He was technically part of the big three on the team, and he was still successful. So imagine you taking a lesser role, you get
don't get
more
rid of him.
opportunity.
He
Don't get rid of
can't
And I'm,
because
him
we
I'm,
paying him
I'm
fully.
too much money to
right.
take a lesser role. I'm not gonna lie to you. If
Yeah,
Fred ain't 30 or nothing, well, how old is Fred? Fred got to be around my age.
28, yeah, probably 28, 29.
I think Fred got to be like 29.
That's it. Like, I
That's what I'm
mean,
saying. My point is he's in his prime.
he 30.
Yeah, exactly. He's not want to take no. He just got paid, bro. He ain't taking no lesser role. That's why I say we got to trade him.
it's not even a lesser
We're gonna have
role. It's
to.
more of a primary role. It's more
I
like
would
you getting
say
comfortable doing what you want to do and just turn up when you turn up. You know, like you ain't
I,
gotta turn up.
to that, I would say don't get rid of Fred, but like let's slowly bring our man along to feel like to be like, all right, you just want to like make this a smooth transition versus just.
Did y'all read the headlines?
Trent,
What they said? I've heard multiple reports come out. The Rockets are in win now
Now,
mode,
yeah,
and I'm like, I was just talking with somebody at work today. I said, bro, we don't have a win now roster. Like when you say win now, win what now?
I think if we being
Deep
like
playoff run or go win a championship? Because if you think we can go
heat playoff.
compete with, because I don't see it. Even if we like,
I don't to what you saying though, real quick. I don't think getting rid of Fred VanVleet is the answer in terms of winning now, solely because I'll give him this factor over Thompson, like just a veteran, like having a veteran. Because if you get rid of him and you bring Donovan Mitchell, you want to surround Donovan Mitchell around other like veterans, right?
in a pure point guard, he needs a pure
And a
point.
pure point. And so, our man, you put him in that position while he may thrive eventually. You put
But
him
see,
into a position where it's like he's trying to figure it out, and like you're not trying to figure it out when you in a win now situation.
so, but my thing is, it's just strictly, and not, man, bro, because Fred gonna invite my dog somewhere and he gonna want to see. I ain't, hey, so
Yeah.
look,
Oh, that's your man
don't
from the
trade
pod,
Fred, but
right?
all I'm saying is, if they ain't win now mode, man,
he can win. Oh, like I mean,
I
He's
ain't
did we
saying
proven
not
he
to
forget
be
the
a
can't.
part.
playoff, the almost
I'm
playoff
not
run we did?
saying
We
he
are in the
can't,
West.
bro. See, it's
I
turning
know,
into
but
like I hate Fred. This ain't what this
no,
is.
but he's still needed. That's just how I feel. Like you
I
said, you lose
understand that.
that dominance of like veteran players.
I just think he,
I like your idea next year,
I like
like the year
Fred, bro,
after
but
next.
like I said, people forget. We're not gonna. So you said, but Fred won a championship. Yeah, had Kyle Lowry that was still coming off the backside of a couple bullshit All-Star appearances. Not to shit on Kyle Lowry in the process of me saying that, but let's just not say like. And I know Fred went on the run after he had the kid. He went on the run. It was the craziest run. It was ridiculous. He did his thing. Like Fred is a legend. He's a championship level guard. He's great, but we have you saying bring a man along. I think 8 man ready. That's just what I think. And from where the league is going, bro, Steph Curry is going to bust Fred VanVleet. I love Fred. Steph will bust his ass. I love Fred. He go up against Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray, buses. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I could keep going on and on in the West specifically about that at the point guard position in the West specifically. When we were talking about Fred being a champion, you got to remember it was in the East, Raptors. In the West, it's different. You're gonna have to guard. You could get away with that in the East. You don't have a gauntlet of just elite point guards on a day to, you know what I'm saying, a day in and day out basis to where you're gonna have to guard up most nights. Like, and if Udoka is preaching and, you know, parading defense as he should, I just think A-Man is just more physically and naturally equipped. If his offensive game comes along, if his offensive game comes along even a little bit, I promise you, I don't think they'll hesitate to move Fred to the, not this year, but the year after this upcoming year, Fred could definitely be, they could be overpaying him to be a veteran presence from the bench and still contribute off the bench in a great capacity, right? Because then at that you'll be, you know, 32 going on 33, you know, you're a smaller guard, you'll be a little bit past your prime. So it's not gonna be outlandish to be like, hey, Fred, you know, I think A-Man ready. This is going into his third, fourth year. Like,
I
come
mean, you
on.
can make that argument from the Toronto side, whereas they elected to go away
Kyle and go with Fred.
From Fred, or even what's their point
Go
guard
from
now?
Fred and go with Scotty.
Yeah, from Scotty. Yeah, you like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Or
so
you talking about go from Pascal, be like, let Pascal walk and, you know, go
no,
pick
no, no. I'm
Scotty out
talking
of them.
about, yeah, specifically from that point guard spot. Like, they let Fred go and like, let's
Yeah, so
bring
Scotty
along
could, yeah,
Scotty.
Scotty
Right.
predominantly be
Yeah.
playing running point now.
Yeah.
On some crazy, but that my point. On
Yeah,
some
to your
crazy
point.
shit. Scotty 6'6" with a 7-foot wingspan, like that's scary at point.
At the same time, though, like you have to remember what killed the Oklahoma City Thunder in the playoffs: experience. So why you'll get rid of one of the guys that actually had championship experience, and you're gonna bring in the young buck who just got a year? Granted, I'm not doubting his talent. I think he is up next. But like I said, for you, if you're trying to win right now, I'm not cutting loose my veteran or
Nigga, when
trading
he
him
gonna be
off for
ready?
anything.
The only way you get ready is if you go through it. So the nigga,
But if
that's
you're
my point
trying to
exactly. You
win
gotta
now,
play. But I'm
but that,
saying
like you
though,
said, that's the
if
mindset. Win
but
now.
so if he doesn't play now, or if he's not getting significant minutes because Fred is taking away minutes, then what's the point? If we want him to be ready in the future, how the do you get ready? You gotta
But that's
play.
the beauty of his position. You say a Swiss Army knife. He can not Swiss Army knife. He can play every position. That's the beauty
I'll
of
need
it.
him playing point because if we gonna bring in D Mitch, his ass gonna be on the point. I don't want
D,
D Mitch running point.
he can't play three at all. He can't rotate
uh
between the three and the one.
No, Tari Easton gonna be there.
Wow. I don't think he care. Honestly, I don't think homeboy care. His game says, "I don't care, bro. I'm here to ball." That's what I get from it personally. Like I'm here to ball. I'm ready to play. I'm ready to get some steals, some blocks,
I forgot. I ain't gonna
dunks,
lie. Jalen can go. We
assists.
got Cam Whitmore. Man, bro, I forgot.
That's
I
what I'm
totally
saying.
forgot.
Like, what do you? I'm like, bro, we
But
we
I
got
wasn't
a
tripping though.
lot.
Jalen Ben could have left. Like I wasn't.